Hello, hello. Welcome back to another episode. Today it's just me again. It's funny, I was joking about I had a different episode planned to launch today, but decided to make a shift because today is the new moon. There's a new moon today. December 12th, Tuesday. So if you're listening to this not on December 12th, then it's not a new moon today potentially, or maybe you're re-listening to it. Anyway, I was laughing with Anthony because, we shared a couple of episodes around our relationship, and then I'm like, okay, I'm just going to do my podcast by myself. I'm a strong, independent woman, don't need no man. Okay, all jokes aside, I wanted to shift the original plan for this episode and make this episode today because it's a new moon, and I'm learning more about the cycles and the phases of the moon and how to harness the energy of the moon and its phases, essentially. I've been really fascinated with the moon and the cycle, and just always thought she's really beautiful. Like, even as a young kid, my grandma sent me a tape that was for my birthday, and it was this guy named Zoom, and I think it was like a personalized playlist, or it was like a cassette tape. So it was like a personalized cassette tape that you could get for like different names, and so it was like, "Hey Samantha, it's your birthday." And it was like a birthday song from this guy on the moon. He lived on the moon. And anyway, I really liked that. It was a special thing to me. And I remember like going outside and looking up at the moon, like wondering if that guy's Zoom was up there. And but yeah, so I just really have enjoyed the moon. I got a phases of the moon like tattoo across my left forearm, and I just have always found her really fascinating. I know a lot of people get into new moon rituals or full moon rituals, and they have circles and do different things around that, and it's been something I've been wanting to get into, but like feeling really overwhelmed around like how to get into it, and like maybe I'm doing it wrong, and just like not really bothering with it because if I can't do it right, then why do it at all, was kind of some of the the thinking behind it. And this last full moon, I decided, I'm just going to do some things, and it's going to be what it's going to be. And I've also been learning more about like living my life in a cyclical way for my own moon cycle, my own like moon menstrual period cycle. And that has been really rewarding for me, and interesting to pay attention to the different ebbs and flows of my own cycle and my energy levels, and just the difference in a woman's cycle compared to, kind of the patriarchal and male framework that we're given to and expected to live up to when we're just different. So this last full moon I did a little ritual, and it was really great, and I'd like to it's my plan for starting this on the podcast a little bit to keep me held accountable, and to share with you all as well if maybe you're feeling similarly to me, a little overwhelmed, not really sure where to start, feeling like kind of an imposter, or, am I doing this right? So I'm going to share my journey with the, syncing up with the moon, syncing up with my cycle. And I have some fun plans for 2024, starting to incorporate bringing on guests. And so people who know a bit more about these things, and can share more, and then that way we can all grow as we go. And so I'm really excited about that. But what's special about this new moon is it's the first, like it's the last moon of the year, but it's the first moon of the 13 moon cycle. And I got this journal that I'll link in the show notes, but it's by Moon Phase Studios. And so it's a journal that is not like a traditional academic calendar. Like it doesn't start January 1st. It's starting with the last new moon of the year, so this journal is starting December 12th. And so I'm really excited to dive into that and pay attention to that as we go along. So yeah, a few days ago, I realized something really profound in regards to this, like, not really having a grasp on the full moon, new moon, half moon. Like, what am I supposed to be doing? What's the difference? I don't get it. And so I had this realization that the phases of the moon are a lot like the rhythm of the breath. And I think it's funny that as a breath work facilitator, of course, that's what like made it click for me. And so if you think of your breath, the way you inhale and exhale, it's very natural. It just comes and it goes. And if you think of the moon, the way that she waxes and wanes and moves from like a full moon to a new moon. And again, very natural cycle. And so if we think about the new moon is a fresh start, like clear skies, a clean slate, and you can think of it as empty lungs. So whenever you exhale, like you're fresh. You're new, fresh, have let go of everything. And what are you wanting to bring into your life? What breath, what idea, what project or intention are you wanting to bring into your life or into your lungs and into your body? And so that was really helpful for me to see that, like, okay, the new moon is like the exhale, and at the bottom of the exhale, right? So at the bottom of the exhale, you're starting to go into the inhale, which is like into fullness and into creation and into aliveness. And so the full moon is an expansion, like your lungs are full, and it's time to release. You release what you've brought in and share an appreciation and gratitude for the fullness of life. And it's an opportunity to let go of what no longer serves you. So we'll stick with talking about new moon stuff for this episode. I plan to put out another one for full moon. So with the new moon, it's a really great time to like do some reflecting on how the last cycle has gone. Since it's a fresh start, we're at the beginning of a new cycle of the moon. And so you think about the last, 28, 29 days and, just do some reflecting and some journaling, and what are you excited about? What gets to be shifted in your ways of being and in the things that you've been focusing on. And so maybe it's a time for recalibration and, navigating, like pointing, like you think about a ship and it has its direction. And, I read this I'm pretty sure it's the Atomic Habits book that I've been reading, where he talks about, I believe it's airplanes, whenever they're flying, like they spend so much time course correcting because of the wind and the different things that like throw it off of its chart. And so if it weren't to recalibrate and I'm about to say like renegotiate. That's not the right word, but I guess recalibrate and refocus its attention on where it's going, then it would end up in like a totally different place. Like the percentage that it is off is not very much if you like think about percentage wise, like it's a really low percentage, but it would end up, instead of going to New York, like going to Chicago or something crazy like that. It's like over a long period of time, whenever we're not aligned with our goal or our final destination, over a long period of time, you can get totally off course. And so it's a really great time to, reflect on where you're going and what you're wanting to do. So, and also to set an intention and be intentional about where you're going moving forward. What are you wanting to call in? We're at this new clean slate and fresh, empty lungs. What are you wanting to call in? What are you wanting to breathe into your life? maybe there's a project that you've been putting off for a really long time. Now is like the new moon is a really great time to begin doing that, because you're also at a lower energy, and so energy is starting to build back up. And so we're inhaling and we're moving into a full moon, so it's a perfect time to start something new. Maybe meet some new people, clean your energy in your space, and that ties back into that recalibration, where keeping our space clean, keeping our energy clean, taking a nice ritual bath or saging, and just cleansing from the fullness of life and the experiences of the last moon cycle. And so what I want to do next is have a little guided meditation, and so that you can move forth and listen to this, and you can come back to this episode if you like, on the next full moon in January, or the next new moon in January, and just make it a ritual, right? And so that way you have something to come back to and can implement it into your practices if you were like me and unsure what to do. So we'll go ahead and move into that. So if you want to pause this, or if you're already all set up, you can begin to lay down or sit down, find a comfortable position for you, but either sitting or laying down. Close your eyes and begin to bring awareness to your breath without manipulating it. Just breathing. Notice where does it travel? Do you feel your belly rising, your chest? Relaxing your feet and legs. Relaxing your abdomen and your back, your shoulders. Relaxing your arms, your neck, your jaw. As you breathe and notice the coolness of your inhale and the warmth of your exhale, as the breath of life flows in and out of your body. Begin to deepen the breath, bringing it fully in to your belly, your root chakra, the lower parts of your trunk as you inhale, and signal to your nervous system that you're safe. It's safe to relax. With every exhale, releasing any tension in the body. It feels good to make an audible sigh. That's always really cleansing and healing as well. So begin to consider creating for yourself a new beginning, a new purpose, new intention and direction. Maybe you get to look at things a new way, from a new lens, being and attracting to move you out of whatever rut you may be in. Taking action as you can plant positive ideas into your subconscious mind. Taking some time to reflect on the past month, What worked? What didn't? What did you learn? Staying present to the breath as you reflect. What gets to be recalibrated? What shifts do you get to make in this new moon, this rebirth? Another chance, another opportunity. Maybe it's a new project. Get to transform any of your doubts or worry or anxiety into hope and strength, courage and peace. Using your breath as a prayer. Inhale and feel and experience, notice, appreciate. And exhale, healing, releasing, letting go, and surrender. Each breath, a prayer. What are you calling in? What are you letting go? Then I want you to imagine that the doors of your heart are opening and expanding, bringing your attention to your heart. You breathe into your heart. Feel it expand, your chest expand. And as you exhale, release any tension or guard that you may have had up. So many of us guard our hearts for various reasons. Utilizing the power of your breath, let it go. And open up to new possibilities. What does your heart desire? What does it yearn for? What does it long for? Give space for whatever comes up during this meditation without judgment, without needing to figure it out right away. Do your best to stay present with your breath and just notice the thoughts and emotions as they arise. As you feel your heart, stay connected to it. Ask, what does it desire? What is it bringing to your awareness? It's interesting to think about all the different areas of life. Your partnership, your family, your home, where you live, your career, your spirituality. Maybe there's something else coming up for you. But whatever it is, you get to trust that. So what do you see? What gets to shift? What's the next step? What is your desire? Maybe there's a project that you've been putting off, a class you've been meaning to go to for months, maybe even this whole last year. What gets to be prioritized? What area are you recalibrating? Is it your health, your romantic partnership, your family, your attention and energy and time is your most precious and valuable resource? Taking this time to notice, where have you been spending it? Are you pleased with where you've been spending it? Or are there other areas you would rather shift into spending that time, your energy? Taking a deep breath in and out with an audible sigh. Begin to come back to this place and this time. Maybe wiggling your toes, wiggling your fingers. And I'm going to leave you with what we just experienced, the meditation. And what I'd encourage you to do is grab a journal and write down your intentions for this next moon cycle. And if you want to take it a step forward in an action plan, whatever that was for you, if there was one in particular project or idea or, vision that came to life for you in that meditation, then I would encourage you to take it and, make some action steps towards it and put those action steps into your calendar. And then that way you can, be recalibrated and your ship or your plane is going in the right direction towards the destination that you're envisioning. And so thank you for being here. And if you found this meditation useful and supportive, I hope you'll revisit it. Share it with your friends, family. If you found it supportive, I would love if you shared it with me, what you got out of it. Maybe share on Instagram and tag me, let me know. And we'll see you next time.